Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back to Ironclad RC. Got the Velez 29 on the freaking block. All right, we're going to be upgrading this boat today. I've been kind of working on the boat on and off here. Today we're going to be taking out the DYNIMITE 120, which it works. It's fine. I just want a little more power so we can go faster. All right, we got some SMC batteries in that we're going to be running in the boat, and I just want to get every bit of performance out of this boat I could possibly get. Okay, so I actually went with an Offshore Electrics 150 Raider. Okay, this is my go-to speed control for upgrading stock electronics. Okay, this speed control, it'll take a beating. It'll take high temps. It puts out some power, some amps. It has a high current flow. Comes with a cat pack soldered up directly onto the ESC. It's got big 4mm cooling nipples. Comes with a EC5 and 5.5 bullets. We're going to be installing some SC5 connectors. Okay, these are SMC. SMC makes these connectors they're compatible with an IC5 EC5 style connector. I'll be soldering on some 8mm bullets, and I think I'm going to run the stock motor. Basically going to change it out, do a quick install, and then we're going to take it to the river and give it a rip. All right, so stick around. Big B with Ironclad RC. So like I was saying, you guys, this is like my freaking go-to speed control, man. It's actually got plenty of output. It's got a burst current, you know, 150 continuous, and plus it's got a burst. Plenty of parameters to pick from, timing, reverse, you know, what, battery cutoff, all that good stuff. I've had like hardly any issues with this OSE 150. It's robust for what you pay for this speed control. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. I got the 8mm Castle bullets soldered onto the DYNIMITE 3650. I got the SC5 soldered up onto the 150, and the 8mm bullets soldered on. All right, now this ESC, it's a little bit heavier than the stock ESC. All right, this ESC is rather light compared to the OSE 150. It's got longer wires, it's got heavier wires, it's got the extra cat pack here, and these connectors are actually kind of heavy. So what I'm thinking, you guys, so the motor sits right here on this electronics tray. Okay, boom, it sits right there. Okay, if I were to put my ESC where the, you know, where it was stock, it's actually going to be pretty high in the boat. Okay, so I have one of two remedies for that. We can trim up this edge piece right here, this little flange piece, trim it up so that the ESC sits directly on the electronics tray, and we can use a zip tie to zip around that, and this forward one kind of cut out the side, and it'll kind of sit in there, you know. Or what I'm really kind of leaning more toward is cutting the ESC tray right here. Cut that part, cut this part, cut the forward section off. All right, I've already got it loosened up here, got all the screws. Cut that forward section off right here. Okay, remove this rail, this section of the rail, this section of the rail. All right, double side tape our ESC directly onto the fiberglass. You got me? That's going to get our CG down low. Okay, with these larger 7600 milliamp packs, they're long and skinny. That brings our CG down. I've actually got this other 5200 right here that we're going to be putting in the boat. My new LIPO batteries from SMC, how they're going to fit in the boat, how I'm going to put the ESC in, weight distribution, lower center of gravity, taking all that into account. You know, just grinding this piece right here off so that the ESC sits right in there, that will work. Okay, that's going to work just fine, so you don't have to, you know, modify the battery tray itself. But I think I'm going to go this route. Just boom, cut that whole forward section off from here up. Okay, so removing that, I could possibly weaken the hull, but I've actually done some reinforcements to the sponsons, the inside of the sponsons here on both sides of this tunnel. So it may be okay. It may be okay. All right, you guys. So we're actually going to start cutting it out. I made my mind up. I'm going to do it. I'm gonna do it. Screw it. So I've got this like metal cutoff wheel here for my Dremel. All right, and I'm just gonna try to follow this bead of adhesive down on all 4 sides. I'm just gonna show you how I'm doing like one side, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright, so I got it broke loose here. Let's see if we can get it out without messing anything up. Okay. Oh, I thought it was going to be solid. I guess it's not. So yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing to this side. Does this need to be done? No. Should you do it? It's up to you. It's up to you to decide. I just bring you guys ideas. Okay, so I'm gonna break this other side loose, and probably next time you see it, it'll be all cleaned up like new. Check it out here. Okay, so you see how high my ESC is? It's up to like right here on my finger. Okay, now boom. All right, check it out. Boom. All right, much more room, lower CG. Okay, so now we need to cut this electronics tray. All right, and I think I'm going to cut it right there. Okay, so the motor is going to be sitting right here. I don't see the need for anything past that motor mount. Okay, forward of that motor mount right there. Boom. Gone. All right. Oh, man. I'm kind of doing it in stages. All right, I've got a motor mount that will fit this motor, and it will work perfect for this boat. And eventually I'm going to take all this out. I literally barely have the time to do this mod, you know. So what I'll do is I'll run the boat like it is, okay, and then eventually we'll take these out, put us an appropriate motor mount in, and boom. It took all of about an hour to do this, you know. I just got to clean this up, make it look nice, and our motor's going to sit just as pretty as it ever did, you know. Boom. All right. Before you plug your battery, both of your batteries in, okay, make sure your endpoints are at 0, like your steering, throttle, all that good stuff. I don't think it matters on this remote. Make sure your receiver's binded with your remote, and make sure everything's zeroed out. Alright, got it zeroed out there. What you're going to do before you plug your battery in, before you plug both of your batteries in, make sure your connectors are on properly. Make sure they're on the right polarity. Your motor wires on your ESC to motor, these 3 wires right here, it does not matter which configuration these motor wires are in. I usually keep the middle wire as a neutral. I always hook middle to middle, and then the outside 2 wires can be switched around. The polarity can be switched for to change up your motor direction. Okay, so before you plug your batteries in, like I said, make sure everything's zeroed out. Full trigger on your remote. Full trigger. You hold full trigger for after you plug the batteries in. You hold it for 2 to 3 seconds, then you release it before you hear all the beeps emit. Alright, so we're going to plug the battery in. Alright, full trigger, 2 seconds, let it go. Okay, you hear that? Okay, so it basically, as long as you hold full trigger, you got everything zeroed out, this fly color or offshore electrics, ESC, whether it's the 90 to 120 to the 150, it'll work. Alright, so we got power. Alright. And what I'll usually do after I hear it start, I'll hit the trigger, make sure it's on. I'll actually unplug my batteries, plug them back in, make sure that you hear the beeps emit, and it goes into its regular startup. Alright, it did. Alright, good deal. Good deal. Good deal. So we got clockwise rotation right now to change the rotation of the motor, so you don't have to do it in your RXTX. You just unplug the 2 outside wires. Okay, unplug that one and unplug that one. Okay, and you just switch them up. You switch them up. So I grab the other wire here. I'm putting this wire in the opposite wire and vice versa here, and that will change the rotation of your propeller. Okay, your motor. Got the GPS recording. Okay. Whoa. And we got the 150 in. Okay, nice, clean and neat. A zip tied my cat pack onto the wires right there. 8mm connectors like you guys seen. Okay, got the 5200 milliamp 135C DV series push forward in the boat. We're going to test the CG. Got wind against tide. So really just feeling the boat out. Let's see what she'll do. Stock motor. Full trigger, wow. Just filling it out with that new power. Lean throttle, full trigger. Beautiful, beautiful run. Full trigger, full trigger. All right, let's check the temps. New ESC. Definitely got my weight forward. Just want to make sure she didn't blow over. Oh, and we got a lot of stuff on the rudder there. All right, we got 73 there, okay? 73, I'm gonna push my batteries back, record. All right, I pushed them back. Temps are good. I don't have to run into the wind. A lot of debris in the water. All right, running into the wind. Linear throttle. Full trigger. All right, now we're going to run with the wind into the current. Do a couple ovals here. Man, that lower CG, man, it's really paying off, man. Wow, very little input on the rudder. I gave it a lot of input. I was in at 180. All right, so we got 70 miles an hour there, and this motor let loose on me, okay? She let loose on me. I'm back at the shop, you guys. Bear with me. I had the freaking worst day at the pond or the river ever. Y'all bear with me, because I'm madder than a cow in a butcher shop, boy. I am pissed. Oh, man. So the motor let loose. I've already took the motor out. You know, I came right home. I was trying to go back out with this motor, but it started raining. I'm pissed. So, not really about this. I'm mad about this. Okay, so, you know, I had this boat out at the river. I was testing it out, did a couple runs. As you guys seen, the boat was running good. You know, and before I had pulled this boat out, I didn't mention, I had flipped my Blackjack 42. And I was just running the 42, just feeling out a couple things before my next video. I'm trying to get a top speed with it. So I was, you know, testing out some CG and everything, and a couple props and stuff off camera. And I flipped my boat, right? And there's a freaking kayaker out there kayaking. He had like a trolling motor on his kayak. Pretty quick little kayak. And, you know, I had my tugboat out. I plugged in my 1300 milliamp pack. I was going to make a recovery video, like with the FPV camera, a specific, just a recovery video. And I had my boat out there with the battery plugged in. I was setting up my FPV camera and this camera so I could video it, okay, first person. I was set everything up. I looked up. The damn kayaker was over there messing with my boat. So I'm like, hey, what are you doing? He was like, oh, I flipped it over for you, the 42. I flipped the 42 over for you, and I'm getting it all lined up. And then all of a sudden he says, oh no, I knocked your wheelhouse off the boat.
Sorry about the top of your tug.
It's all right. Well, I had a FPV camera in it, and it's all right. I'll get another one. I had foam in my freaking wheelhouse. I had just enough foam in there to float it. I guess with that 1300 milliamp battery I had in it, it sank to the freaking bottom. I'm madder than I'm freaking pissed. So I don't have a wheelhouse for my boat now. I don't have a wheelhouse. And the motor, this is the motor that let loose on us today, okay? Terrible day, terrible freaking day. I'm sorry I'm ranting, I'm sorry I'm venting. Terrible freaking day, boys. I actually got a couple emails from a couple of my subscribers, my viewers. It sounds like you guys had a couple of bad days too, man. One guy broke his strut off of his 42. Another guy crashed his Sonic Wake, just like split the bow. Oh man, it was a terrible weekend for boating, huh, boys? Oh man, I'm glad I got my 82 yesterday with the Blackjack 42. But I'm more pissed off about this than the motor. The motor, you know, I've actually fixed this motor. This motor here, this has happened before, and I soldered it together. I actually was trying something different with this one. I did a mechanical connection. I used a crimp and then soldered it, and it still broke loose. But the motor was 160 degrees in the boat today. You guys probably seen that I had pine straw and stuff on my rudder, so I think that pine straw, you know, added some extra drag. Okay. It may have even blocked off the water pickup, and my motor got hot. The ESC was perfect. Oh man, so what I'm thinking about doing, the wheelhouse for that boat, I got some balsa, I got some birch here. The wheelhouse for this boat, and you can only get the bottom part, you can't even get the top part of the wheelhouse, is $80. So I think, what do you guys think, man? I think I'm going to make I think I'm gonna try to make a birch wheelhouse. Yeah, it should be easy enough to make like a birch wheelhouse, because you can't see this boat without a wheelhouse on it. You can't see it. It sits so low to the water, you can't see it long range, you know. Or I would just put like a piece of cardboard over it or a piece of plexiglass and call it done, you know. Son of a bitch! I'm having a worse day, boys. I just broke this piece off of that birch. Jeez, I give up. I give up today. I give up. Boom! Alright, got the 150 in. The 4074 mounted up with a Hobby Star water jacket. Eddy coupler that I filed in between, a little bit off the nut right here, in between the nut and the actual collet, so I can get it tightened down a little more. It wasn't cinching down, it was bottoming out, so I had to file some off the nut. Got that worked out. Got it. The 4074 mounted up, running a .187, basically a 3/16 cable, stock stuff and tube, no liner. All right, 3/16 shaft, ABC prop, hydro rudder. Okay, it actually looks really good. It looks really good. I zip tied my cat pack on top of the wire there. You guys have already seen that. Carbon fiber, low center of gravity battery trays. I've actually sanded some of this lip off right here so I can fit some big boy packs in. All right, we're going to be running the SMC DV Extreme series of packs in the boat, 5200. Okay, we're also going to run the 7600 150C packs, 130C packs, 150C 8000s, SRDs, speed run drag packs. I'll be doing a review on these here shortly. I barely got enough room to fit. They will not fit in the boat stock. I actually trimmed up here, I trimmed up here, and low center of gravity trays. There's no way you're going to fit these boat packs in the boat in its stock form, okay? But I got them to fit. So I got a quick question for you guys, and I'll let you go. I'm going to quit jacking my damn jaws, all right? 150 fly color or the 150 offshore electrics? What is your best speed? What's your best speed on with the fly color 150? Any hull, any motor combination. I'm curious to know you guys' PB. Mine is 72 with the V2 Sonic Wake. Okay, 72 with the OSE 150. All right. Yeah, curious to know you guys' yeah, drop it in the comments. Just want to say thanks to all my subscribers. You guys have been great. All of my viewers. I actually unlocked a membership program on my YouTube platform, on my channel. If anybody's interested in doing a membership type deal, maybe I'll release, maybe a video or two extra a week for my members that, before or just specifically for my members. I think you have to pay for it or something like that. I don't know. But, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys. The channel's been doing great. I've picked up SMC. They're helping me out. Proboat, Horizon Hobby, Spektrum. I've actually got a new boat to review. I'm unboxing a new boat. I don't even think it's on the freaking market yet. And that's the type of thing I would offer to my members before I offer it to the general public. It's pretty cool. It'll be coming out here shortly. But I'm gonna let you guys go. I got the tugboat behind me. I'm looking forward. We'll see you guys next time. All right, Big B with Ironclade.